Seniors, if you're not taking these specific vitamins before you go to sleep, your muscles are likely diminishing night after night. It's true, your muscles are disappearing while you sleep, and a vast majority of seniors are unaware of the reason. Once you pass the age of 60, you can lose as much as 3% of your muscle strength each year. This isn't an inevitable consequence of aging. It stems from the absence of one crucial thing before bed: the correct vitamins. The clock is ticking on your strength. When this silent muscle deterioration reaches a critical threshold, it's not just about getting weaker. You become more prone to falls, you suffer fractures more easily, and you begin to lose your precious independence. From there, the situation can worsen. The genuine threat is that most seniors are not consuming the right vitamins, and they are especially not taking them at night, which is when they are most potent. In reality, a staggering 93% of adults over the age of 65 are deficient in at least one of the 7 key vitamins that safeguard your muscles during sleep. If you are over 60, overlooking this could be the deciding factor between walking independently and requiring assistance within the next 5 years. Welcome to Health and Food with Dr. William. In this video, we are going to unveil the 7 most powerful vitamins that seniors must take before bed. We will rank them from least to most critical based on astounding scientific evidence that 99% of seniors have never encountered. Each vitamin plays an indispensable role in halting overnight muscle loss. The number 1 vitamin on our list, studies reveal that skipping it can amplify overnight muscle loss by more than 100%. That is not a typo. But before we dive in, we'd love to know where you are watching from. Please drop your city or country in the comments below. We make it a point to read and reply to every single one. We are always inspired to see how far our message travels. Every single fact presented in this video is supported by credible science. There are no guesses and no filler content, only peer-reviewed studies conducted on seniors just like you. Every reference is conveniently linked in the description. Let's begin with vitamin number 7, the most underrated mineral for muscle repair that you have likely disregarded your entire life. Number 7, magnesium. Magnesium is far more than just another supplement. It's a fundamental component of your muscle's overnight repair mechanism. But here is the critical detail. Most forms of magnesium are not absorbed efficiently. The specific one you need is magnesium glycinate. This is the form that can actually permeate your digestive lining and get to your muscles while you are asleep. Think of it as a calming signal for your body. It assists your muscles in releasing built-up tension. More importantly, it activates a group of enzymes within your muscle tissue that are responsible for stabilizing cell hydration and the use of oxygen. Without sufficient magnesium, your muscle fibers become tight, prone to cramping, and dehydrated, which causes them to weaken, particularly overnight. A study from the University of Palermo demonstrated that seniors over 65 who took 250 milliliters of magnesium glycinate nightly for 3 months experienced a 34% improvement in their morning muscle function. This same group also reported a decrease in leg cramps, less stiffness in their joints, and higher quality sleep. Why is the nighttime so crucial? Because your muscles shift into a state of recovery as you sleep. This is when your parasympathetic nervous system, the repair branch, becomes dominant, and magnesium is its primary fuel. Without an adequate supply, the entire repair phase is hindered. Over months and years, that nightly delay accumulates into significant muscle loss. The solution is straightforward. Take magnesium glycinate about 30 minutes before bed with a small glass of warm water. Not with food, almonds, or multivitamins, just pure glycinate. It is one of the most underappreciated tools for preventing muscle loss while you rest. Number 6, vitamin B12. This is the vitamin that essentially powers the electrical grid of your muscular system. Without it, the signals from your brain cannot effectively travel down your nerves to instruct your muscles to move, repair, or grow. This presents a massive problem, especially at night. As we get older, our stomach acid levels tend to decrease, and this acid is precisely what's required to absorb B12 from the food we eat. This means that even if you're consuming meat or taking a standard multivitamin, your body might not be absorbing an adequate amount. A B12 deficiency is often called the silent destroyer of muscle strength. You won't feel it initially. Then one day, you might notice your legs feel unusually heavy, your balance seems off, or you feel as if you're walking through thick mud. That's the beginning. A large-scale study from Tufts University discovered that 39% of older adults experiencing muscle weakness were also deficient in B12. Another report, published in the Journal of Neurology, showed that seniors who supplemented with high-dose methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, saw a 49% improvement in their nerve muscle coordination over a period of just 8 weeks. The timing of your dose is also very important. When you take B12 at night, particularly as a sublingual or liquid form placed under the tongue, it bypasses the digestive system and directly supports nerve repair during your deepest sleep cycles. That is when your body is conducting its neurological maintenance, and it's precisely when B12 is most beneficial. If you're over 60 and not taking methyl B12 before bed, your nervous system could be silently deteriorating and taking your muscle control along with it. The easiest method is to place a 1000 microgram methyl B12 tablet under your tongue an hour before you sleep. Let it dissolve completely with no water needed. That simple action can help you wake up with a steadier gait, quicker reflexes, and a stronger connection between your brain and muscles. Ready for the next one? Because vitamin number 5 is one you've been told is only for bones, but that belief is dangerously incomplete. Number 5, vitamin D3. Most people associate vitamin D solely with bone health, but if you're over 60, this misconception could be costing you significant muscle mass. Vitamin D3 isn't just a vitamin, it's a potent hormone that activates specific genes inside your muscle fibers. These are the genes that command your body to build new tissue, store energy, and fight against breakdown. When D3 levels are insufficient, those genes remain dormant, and your muscles shrink at an accelerated rate. Even more concerning, low D3 levels deactivate your fast-twitch muscle fibers, the very ones you rely on for maintaining balance, climbing stairs, and reacting swiftly to prevent falls. A randomized, controlled trial published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology revealed that seniors who supplemented with 2,000 IU of D3 daily for 12 weeks increased their lower limb strength by 18%. Another study from Switzerland found that individuals with the lowest D3 levels were twice as likely to experience muscle loss severe enough to require mobility aids. The problem is that D3 levels can drop overnight if your blood stores are low, and that's when its presence is most critical. At night, your muscles engage in a process known as protein synthesis. This is when vitamin D3 signals your cells to absorb amino acids and rebuild damaged tissue. If D3 is not available, that crucial rebuilding process never fully happens. Consequently, you wake up weaker than you were the day before. But here is a helpful trick. D3 is more effective at night when it's paired with healthy fats. Taking your D3 supplement after dinner with a spoonful of nut butter or a small piece of avocado can boost its absorption by over 60%. Make it a non-negotiable part of your bedtime routine. One tiny D3 soft gel with a bit of fat can do more to preserve your muscle mass than all the resistance bands and protein powders combined. If the hormonal signal is missing, the construction simply cannot begin. Vitamin number 4 is the one that keeps your muscles plugged in, and most people are unaware of its existence. Number 4, vitamin E. Most people think of vitamin E as something for skin health, but for seniors, it acts more like armor for your muscles. This vitamin is crucial for protecting your muscle tissue from the significant damage that occurs overnight. Oxidative stress. This is the process where unstable molecules known as free radicals attack and damage healthy cells. Your muscle cells are among the most vulnerable to this assault. At night, your body enters a deep repair mode, and this very repair process generates inflammation. Vitamin E functions like a protective shield. It envelops your muscle cells, blocking these inflammatory attacks from causing permanent harm. Without it, your muscle membranes degrade more quickly, your recovery process slows down, and your strength begins to vanish without you even noticing. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who had a higher intake of vitamin E demonstrated 27% better scores in physical performance, which included grip strength and walking speed. Another study from the University of Arkansas showed that taking 400 IU of natural D-alpha tocopherol before bed dramatically reduced the overnight markers of muscle damage in older adults. However, not all vitamin E supplements are effective. You must seek out the natural form, not the synthetic version labeled DL. You also need to take it on an empty stomach about an hour after your last meal, which is precisely why nighttime is the perfect time. At that point, your body is transitioning into deep sleep and its full recovery phase, and that's when oxidative stress is at its peak. One soft gel taken right before you sleep can make a noticeable difference in your strength over time, especially if you're recovering from exercise or an injury. You won't feel the effects immediately, but after several weeks, you'll notice that muscle soreness is less intense, your balance feels more secure, and your muscles don't tire as quickly. That is the unseen power of real vitamin E. The next one, vitamin number 3, is a hidden metabolism enhancer that silently works to fix your muscle loss while you sleep. But before we proceed, if you have been finding this video helpful so far, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you won't miss out on more videos like this one from Health and Food with Dr. Williams. Number 3, vitamin B6. You have probably seen B6 on the label of multivitamins and assumed it wasn't particularly important. For seniors, however, B6 acts like the key that ignites your muscle's engine at night. Without it, your body cannot process protein with any efficiency. It makes no difference how much chicken, eggs, or protein shakes you consume. If your B6 levels are low, that protein simply circulates unused, and your muscles continue to shrink. What sets B6 apart is its ability to activate amino acid metabolism directly inside the muscle cells. This means it helps transform the protein you eat into actual functional muscle tissue. A study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults with higher blood levels of B6 maintained 22% more lean muscle mass over a 3-year span compared to those with low levels. That's a significant long-term defense against age-related muscle wasting. Another study from Tufts University demonstrated that B6 supplementation helps to slow the rate of muscle protein breakdown during sleep by up to 18%. This is because nighttime is when your body enters its anabolic state, the state of rebuilding and repair. Vitamin B6 doesn't just support this process, it makes it possible. The optimal way to take B6 is in the P5P form, which is the active version your body can use directly. Take it by itself about 60 minutes before bed, ideally just with water, not with food. Food can limit its absorption window, especially in seniors who have slower digestion. The effects aren't dramatic overnight, but over a period of weeks, you will begin to notice enhanced recovery, a bit more stamina in the mornings, and that it's easier to maintain or even gain lean mass, something most people over 65 believe is impossible. But it's not impossible when B6 is working in your corner. The next vitamin, number 2, is the sleep-triggering, muscle-restoring compound that your body is desperate for. Number 2, vitamin C. You have been told your whole life that vitamin C is for fighting off colds. But the reality is that vitamin C is one of the most neglected muscle-healing compounds for seniors, and the time it works best is right before bed. Here is the reason why. Vitamin C is absolutely essential for the production of collagen. Collagen is the primary protein that provides structure and holds your muscles together. Without adequate collagen, your muscle fibers become fragile. They tear more easily, they recover much more slowly, and worst of all, they lose their density. This is when sarcopenia, the condition of age-related muscle mass loss, begins to take hold. One landmark study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that older adults with the highest intake of vitamin C had a 67% lower risk of losing muscle mass. That is not an insignificant figure. Another study from Oregon State University showed that even a mild deficiency in vitamin C led to a 25% decrease in collagen synthesis in just 2 weeks. This means your body can't even properly mend the minor muscle damage that occurs naturally throughout the day. And when does your body perform the most rebuilding? During deep sleep. This is why taking vitamin C at night is so incredibly powerful. Taking it before you go to bed helps to saturate your tissues with the raw materials. They need to stitch your muscle fibers back together, but not all forms are created equal. Buffered vitamin C or liposomal forms are gentler on the stomach and are absorbed better during sleep cycles. You want to take it on an empty stomach, at least 1 hour after your last meal. A dose of 1 gram is typically sufficient. You will start to notice fewer aches, improved joint mobility, and stronger connective tissue after just a few weeks. Your muscles won't just stop breaking down, they will begin to heal faster than they have in years. And if you are taking collagen or protein before bed, vitamin C is what activates their benefits. Without it, they are far less effective. Now, we have arrived at the most important vitamin of all. This one, when missing, was shown to double overnight muscle loss, and 99% of seniors are not taking it the correct way. Number 1, vitamin K. Most people have never even heard of it, and yet vitamin K2 is the single most crucial vitamin that seniors need at night if they want to stop their muscles from wasting away. Why? Because K2 is the traffic controller for calcium in your body. Without K2, calcium gets deposited in your arteries instead of your bones and muscles. This creates a devastating double disaster: hardened arteries and weakened muscles. But when you take K2, something remarkable happens. The calcium is rerouted into the bone and muscle matrix, where it strengthens both their structure and their function. A recent study in the journal Nutrients showed that seniors who supplemented with K2 over a 12-week period saw a 55% increase in mitochondrial efficiency inside their muscle cells. This means their muscles were able to burn energy more effectively, last longer, and resist fatigue. Another study from the University of Maastricht found that K2 supplementation improved leg muscle strength by 37% in older adults, with no other changes to their diet or activity levels. The most shocking discovery: in subjects who were deficient in K2, their rate of overnight muscle breakdown doubled. That is how powerful this vitamin is. It's not just about absorption, it's about direction. K2 instructs your body to deposit minerals in the correct places, and without it, you lose the very foundation of muscle density and coordination. The best form is MK7, which is the long-acting version that remains in your bloodstream for up to 72 hours. However, it must be taken with fat to be absorbed properly. The most effective method is to take 1 capsule with a small spoonful of coconut oil or peanut butter before bed. That is when your body starts its mineral redistribution process. That is when your bones and muscles are being rebuilt. And that is when K2 gets to work. If you have been struggling with random muscle weakness, cramping, or poor recovery after activity, even if you're eating well and exercising, it could all trace back to K2. Most seniors are not just missing it, they have never taken it correctly. But once you start, the difference is tangible. Your legs feel firmer, your steps feel stronger, and your risk of long-term frailty begins to reverse. Before we conclude, here are 5 quick tips to ensure you are getting the maximum benefit from these vitamins. 1. Always take fat-soluble vitamins like D3, K2, and E with a small amount of healthy fat. A spoonful of peanut butter, a few almonds, or a slice of avocado can increase absorption by as much as 70%. Without fat, most of that vitamin just passes through your system unused. 2. Never take calcium at the same time as zinc or magnesium. These minerals are known to compete for absorption in the body. If you take them together, they essentially cancel each other out. Make sure to space them at least 1 hour apart. 3. Choose the active forms of each vitamin whenever possible. This means methyl B12 instead of cyanocobalamin, MK7 instead of generic K2, and magnesium glycinate instead of oxide. These active forms are better absorbed and actually reach your muscles. 4. Take your vitamins with consistency. Your body operates on cycles. Missing even a few days can disrupt these crucial repair patterns. Build a bedtime habit that you never skip. just like brushing your teeth. 5. Stay hydrated. Water is essential for transporting these vitamins through your system and into your cells. Always take your supplements with a small glass of water, never by dry swallowing. You have just learned about the 7 vitamins that could completely transform how your body feels every single morning. Not 10 years from now, not even 10 weeks from now, but starting tonight. The truth is, most seniors don't realize the extent of the damage that is occurring while they sleep. That's when muscle fibers dehydrate, protein synthesis grinds to a halt, and inflammation takes control. But now you possess the knowledge to fight back. Magnesium to unlock repair, B12 to power your nerves, D3 to activate growth, E to shield your cells, B6 to build with protein, C to heal with collagen, and K2 to lock it all into place. Each of these vitamins works in a different way, but they all work best together, and they all work best at night. That isn't just a theory. It is science backed by clinical results, real studies, and real-life transformations in seniors just like you. But now the turn is yours. What are you currently taking before bed? Drop it in the comment section right now. And if you're not sure where to begin, start with the one you are most likely missing. Even one small change tonight can help slow down muscle loss tomorrow. And if you are watching this for someone you care about, a parent, a partner, or a friend, please send it to them. Because being deficient in these vitamins isn't just about weakness, it's about independence. It's about staying upright, mobile, and free for years to come. Here, at Where Health and Food, with Dr. William. Our goal is to empower you. If this video helped you, please hit that like button so that more seniors can find this vital information. And subscribe if you want more science-backed tips to keep your body strong, sharp, and unstoppable. You have the knowledge now, so take action tonight, and we'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions or want to share your own experiences, please feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.